Hello and welcome to Trojan TV. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Rachel.
Welcome back. I hope everyone had a great spring break.
I know I did. Now let's get to this week's news. Next year, alternate PE resource will not be offered. As a result, all current 6th and 7th grade students may request the opportunity to test out of their middle school PE class next year and receive credit. The test out will occur in different phases. A personal fitness project must be completed before May 9th. A written component must be completed on May 9th during 6-hour and resource. A fitness test will occur between April 25th and April 29th, and students must also participate in 2 pre-approved organized activities throughout the next school year. If students select the test out option, they must sign up through a link sent to parents by Friday, April 22nd. The study guide, details regarding the fitness project, and a form to bring to your current PE teacher were also sent to parents via email and are available on our website, the link. If you have any questions, see Ms. Lacco for more information. 7th graders, you can still sign up for the 2017 Washington, D.C. field trip. If you sign up by April 15th, you can save $100 on the total cost. Sign up online at worldstrides.org today or see Ms. Mackey for an information packet. 8th graders, you need a fully charged computer on MSTEP test days, which are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week, and earbuds if you have them. Schedules with room locations will be posted at the end of the week. For more information on the MSTEP testing, here's Eleanor and Ashton.
Spring is here, and so is the season for MSTEP testing. We caught up with Ms. Williams to find out about changes to this year's test in the testing window.
MSTEP is the Michigan test of student achievement that's required by all public schools in Michigan to give each year. It's a state requirement. The state is looking for student growth and ways to track that, and so that's what they use that test for. All students in grades 3 through 8 take a test in math and in language arts, which includes both reading and writing, along with some basic spelling and grammar issues. All 4th and 7th graders take a science test, and all 5th and 8th graders take a social studies test in addition.
Multiple complaints from parents and students have forced some changes to this year's test.
6th grade testing has been shortened substantially. They dropped out an entire 2-hour block of testing in 6th grade, and the same in 7th. 8th grade testing will have that block still, so it remains a fairly lengthy test.
Despite the changes, staff and students still have concerns about the test.
I just think it's my job as the student's teacher to get them prepared. And I think the big thing is it's just different. You have to pick, if you want to write a note, so you got to choose the pencil, and then you got to pick the paper. And it's just a different format, and I think getting everybody familiar with that format makes it more comfortable.
We already have NWA, and we already take CAP tests and stuff. And it's just another, it's 2 weeks long too. It's just another useless test.
This year's testing window is from April 11th to May 27th. This has been Ashton and Eleanor for Trojan TV.
This program is being brought to you by Bell Tire. See us for all your automotive needs.
Boys and girls in grades 2 through 9 are invited to sign up for the TC Central High School Spring Fling Basketball Tournament. The cost is $100 per team, and the registration deadline is April 16th by 6 p.m. Get more information on the CHS website. 8th graders wishing to test out of high school courses, the schedule is as follows. Test out will be offered at Traverse City West Senior High in rooms C102 and C103 on Thursday, May 5th from 7 to 9 p.m., Saturday, May 7th from 9 to 11 a.m. and 11:30 to 1:30 p.m., and Monday, May 16th from 3 to 5 p.m. in the East Middle School Library. Any 8th grade student going on the Washington, D.C. trip will test on May 16th, so please note this date on your test out application. Students need to declare their intent to test out by obtaining an application from their counselor and completing it by the deadline. This application must be returned to your counselor by April 20th. Now it's time for this week's Classroom Spotlight with Mrs. Brooks' science classes.
That's pretty good food right here.
For this week's Classroom Spotlight, we caught up with Mrs. Brooks' science class. For the past week, they have been learning about organisms using the microscope.
The purpose of this activity was to give the students a chance to see the micro world, the world that we don't always get to see with the naked eye, but we do get to see with microscopes.
Many students enjoyed this activity.
Just seeing them, because they said they're too small to see them with the naked eye, and so it was really cool being able to see them.
Mrs. Brooks has many goals for her students.
I want students to understand that even unicellular organisms, which means one-celled organisms or critters, are able to perform all the same kinds of things that we are, even though they're much smaller and they live inside of the microscopic world.
This has been Cami
And what?
reporting with Trojan TV.
That concludes this episode of Trojan TV.
You can follow Trojan TV and the DMC on Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget to check out DMC and Trojan News on the new website, The Link.
We are leaving you with some humor from Paxton, Ethan, and Sterling. Have a great weekend, Trojans.
Bye.
Okay. Ethan Davenport, right?
Yeah.
My name's Dr. Diot.
All right.
How's school going?
Pretty good.
Good, good. Keeping up with sports, I see. Football, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Well, I suppose I should get right to it. I called you in here today because, there's no easy way to say this. Your parents, they're kicking you out of the house.
What?
Yep. I know. Some things like this can be hard to take in, but you're 19? 19. This is common for kids your age. I mean, really, it is.
I don't see what this has to do with all.
Sadly, that's not all. This morning, your neighbor, while he was backing out the driveway this morning, Larry, I think his name is, he ran over your dog, Peanut Butter. Yeah, sorry about that.
I don't see where you're getting this.
Listen, Ethan, I'm a doctor. Trust me, I know what's best.
Well, if that's true, then I need to.
That's not all, Ethan. Your girlfriend is breaking up with you.
What?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
I'm afraid you'll have to stomach just one more thing. 2 minutes ago, your parents were in a very severe car accident. The likelihood of surviving in these cases are slim to none. A video was uploaded of the crash. Did you want to see it?
Please stop.
Nope? Okay. Hey, however bad life seems right now, it can always get better. I mean, just look at today. We got your results in. You don't have diabetes. That's a win in my book. Wait a second. Oh, these aren't your files. These are Jim's files. Yeah, you're fine.
Hey, Dr. Dia, I'm ready for my test results.
Good afternoon, East Middle School families. This is Mr. Mead, the 7th and 8th grade principal here at East Middle School, and I wanted to take some time to fill you in on a new tardy policy that we're using here at East to try to maximize our students' academic achievement. Now, historically at East Middle School, tardies have been a problem sometimes. When you have students coming in late, it interrupts their learning, it interrupts the learning of their classmates. The teachers are trying to get the lessons off the ground, and kids are coming in either without their materials or just not coming at all for 5 or 6 minutes. It creates a distraction, and just to confirm what I was suspecting in my mind, last quarter I went ahead and did some data mining in PowerSchool, and I took all of the students who had 0 tardies in the 8th grade and calculated an approximate average GPA. And the number was 3.8, very, very high, and that's with students with no tardies. Then I did the same experiment with kids who had 15 or more tardies, and the number went down to about 2.4. And so the connection between being on time and having a good grade point average was very clear to me and to the 8th grade kids as I shared it with them. But the problem was that the rules really depended on the teachers manually keeping track of how many tardies each student had. They would have to sign the student up for lunch detention by hand, and that was distracting them from their job, which is teaching our kids. I really didn't think that that was optimal. So instead of having the teachers do it by hand, we came up with something entirely new. Instead of having 3 tardies per class, we chose the number 6. 6 tardies for all of your classes put together. And then instead of teachers counting, we do that right here in this office every morning to see who's hit 6. That student would have a lunch attention. Who's got 7? Same thing, every tardy after 6 would also be a lunch attention. The results were fantastic. Normally throughout the year as we get towards spring, the 8th graders are getting maybe a little bit complacent as they get close to Central High School, and we see the number of tardies go up. Well, not this year. This year, the number of tardies actually went down by 25% with this new policy in place. And many of our kids began to understand that relationship between having good attendance and good grades. So with that kind of success, we've decided to roll this out school-wide to our 6th graders and our 7th graders. So this now means that all students here at East Middle School have got 6 tardies per quarter, which they can, use if they need to, because life does happen. Sometimes, you might really have to go to the bathroom and it might take a little bit longer than you thought. That's okay. You've got 6 tardies to cover that. But on the 6th one, you do get a lunch attention. So throughout the course of the year, you take 6, you've got 4 quarters that students actually have about 24 tardies that they could get. That's 24 bathroom emergencies, or, oh, I spent too long talking to my friend, or something like that, before they actually get a consequence, which would be a lunch detention. Now, one little twist that we're putting on this that we found with the 8th grade is that sometimes kids did arrive to class on time, but they would then immediately have to go back out in the hallway to get their math book or get their laptop or get a writing utensil or something like that. And so we've created a new attendance code called NPR. Not National Public Radio, it's called Not Prepared. So that if a student is actually on time for class, but they have to leave class to go get something, we would now mark them not prepared. That counts the same as a tardy in the attendance, but it's a little bit more specific so that when you as a parent check in Power School to see how your son or daughter is doing, it will be able to tell you. You can now check on Power School to see, is the problem that my son or daughter is not getting to class on time, or are they just not coming prepared? We're really excited that this is going to help our classes to run more smoothly, help our students to learn more, and really raise academic achievement for everybody here at East Middle School. If you've got questions about it or comments, please don't hesitate to call myself or Mr. Berger, the 6th and 7th grade principal, or Mrs. Smith, our lead principal. Stop by and talk to your son or daughter and say, hey, I watched Mr. Mead's movie, and see how they feel about this. When they know that their mom or dad are aware of what's going on, they're more likely to be successful too. So thanks so much for watching the video, and we look forward to a great final quarter here at East Middle School 2016.